Yeah. I want them second turn. That's good.
Sorry, I just finished the class now. So when I finish the class, instead of checking the schedule there for this biology class, I was still using the link of the other one. So that was why I couldn't. I didn't even know, and I've done like 30 minutes, half an hour already on the other one. So I don't know what to do again. So please, this is what we've been looking at. This is what I've been looking at then. But I'm gonna send you the link of what I just did. I've looked at respiratory system, circulatory. These are past questions actually. Reproductive system, excretory, skeletal systems in the body, so living things. So please, if you did not follow up, you're gonna just come here and click on all this. You'll see the past questions. I didn't know, like I was still on the link to the former class I had, so that's why I was not able to join up properly. But okay. So the first question says the order of passage of food in the digestive system is it the ileum, cecum, large intestine, rectum, or is it the ileum, colon, cecum, and rectum, or is it the large intestine, ileum, cecum, and rectum, or is it the colon, cecum, ileum, and rectum? Now, the alimentary canal is the digestive tract in most animals, and it is a long tube stretching from the mouth to the anus. Food passes through the alimentary canal in the following order: the mouth first, the gullet, or you call it the esophagus, the stomach, then the small intestine, you can also call the duodenum, then the ileum, the last part of the small intestine, then the cecum, You can see now it's making sense with a ileum secum, then the large intestine, then the rectum before the anus. So option A is the right answer. Okay, let's move forward quickly. Now, the number 2, in the alimentary canal, in the alimentary system of a bird, the function of the teeth is carried out by what? So is it the crop? Is it the beak? Is it the gizzard? Is it the tongue? Now answer. The teeth, which is found in higher animals, cut and grind food into smaller and digestible pieces. Now in birds, teeth is absent, but its functions is carried out by the gizzard. So for the bird, the gizzard functions as the teeth. So take note. Now the gizzard is a strong muscular bag. The action of the muscles of the gizzard and the gastric juice churn and grind and break up the food into small pieces. So small stones, which the bird swallow, also help to grind the food. So the gizzard is to the bird what the teeth is to higher animals like mammals. Okay, so let's move forward. Maybe I just have to go through what I've done through again. So let's go to our living things and its classification. Let's look at problems from that. Okay, living things and its classification. Okay, let's start from number 1. An example of radially symmetrical organism is the planaria, is it hydra, is it tapeworm, is it roundworm? Now, based on body symmetry, animals can be based on body. Animals can be either asymmetrical. In that case, they cannot be divided into 4 halves. Example is snail. They can be radially symmetrical. Please, Ojo Johnson, put your mic on. Which day you join? Don't like putting your mic on and it disturbs us. Okay. Now, radially symmetrical it simply means that the body can be cut along its axis in any plane to give identical halves. Example is hydra and jellyfish. They will have laterally symmetrical. Their body can be cut along its axis in only one plane to give 2 identical halves. Example is tapeworm, roundworm, mammals, and planaria. So you can see that the one that is radially symmetrical, that means they can be cut in along its axis in any plane to give identical halves is hydra. So hydra is the answer to that. So body of organism could be asymmetrical. That means they cannot be divided into 2 equal parts. Example is snail. Could be radially symmetrical. They can be cut in any plane and be divided into equal parts. And they could be bilaterally symmetrical as in human beings. They can only be cut along its axis in one plane to give 2 identical parts. Okay, let's move forward now. A characteristics of vertebrate that is unique to mammals. Unique to mammals. A characteristics of vertebrate that is unique to just mammals is A, the presence of pentadactyl limb, B, parental care, C, position of scrotum, D, pulmonary circulation. So which of these characteristics is just unique to just mammals? Answer, mammals are animals that belong to the class Mammalia. They are the most advanced animals, just like amphibians, apes, and reptiles. They possess pedactyl limb. All vertebrates exhibit pulmonary circulation. Okay, so all vertebrates. So it's not just mammal, and also most of them possess pedactyl limb. So which of these characteristics is just only to mammal? It is only in mammal that the young is born alive and it is looked after by the parents until it wants to be independent. Okay, so that means parental care is what is unique. Okay. Now, amphibians are normally found, is it on the dry land and in water, or B, in water and not on land, or C, on moist land, or D, in water. Now, amphibians are believed to have evolved from an ancient group of lobe-finned fishes. They were the first vertebrates to venture out of water and live on land. So, present-day amphibians include frog, toad, etc. Amphibians are cold-blooded organisms that live in water and on land. So, B is the answer. They live in both water and moist land. Take note Let's move forward. Which of the following is the most advanced? Is it the pteridophytes or the bryophytes or the talophytes or the gymnosperms? Which of them is the most advanced? So in the plant kingdom, the talophytes are simple green plants that are all aquatic. They have thread-like or flat bodies with no roots, stems, or leaves. They are the most primitive plants, e.g. the Spirogyra, red and brown algae. So you can see that the talophytes are actually primitive. We're looking for the most advanced here. The bryophytes grow in damp places on land and are believed to be the first land plants. They show a distinct alternation of generation and require water for fertilization. Is the liver water, mosses and liver water, bryophytes. Talophytes are Spirogyra, red, blue algae. They're very primitive. Then pteridophytes are land plants. They have roots, stems, leaves similar to those of flowering plants. It has conductive vessels, but still show alternation of generation between sporophytes and gametophytes. It depends. Okay, the answer is actually the gymnosperm, because they're actually plants with naked seeds, not bear flowers. They are trees and shrubs, mostly evergreen, with needle-like leaves, e.g. the cycads, ginkgos, and conifers. They are more advanced than pteridophytes because to angiosperm. An amoeba and unlaid chicken egg are A. Animal tissue, B. Organelles, C. Simple cell, D. Organism. Now, living organisms are organized into 4 levels. You have the cell level, which is the most primitive. We have the tissue level. Then we have the organ level and the system level. A cell is the basic functional and structural unit of life. Some cells are capable of independent existence and carry out all the life activities as a cell. Example of, whereas an unlaid chicken egg, which is known as ovum. So both the amoeba and the unlaid egg chicken alone is a unicellular organism that can do everything alone, whereas the unlaid egg cannot do such. Okay, let's go to the next question. The similarity among organisms belonging to the same group will be least within each. Similarity will be least within each. The order, family, species, or kingdom. Now, the largest group of organisms in the kingdom. Each kingdom is split into smaller groups, and these groups into even smaller groups, and so on. You have the movement from kingdom to phylum, from phylum to class, from class to order, from order to family, from family to genus, from genus to species. Species is where you have so much similarity, whereas in kingdom we have the least similarity. So as we go down the level, the variety of organisms decreases. The kingdom, of course, has the largest variety of organisms and also with the least similarity, while the species has the largest similarity. So that makes option D the right answer. So this biology is going to be very interesting. Like if you would go through, please go through. These are what we've been going through, all these, the system, past questions from all the systems. Like if you go through them, you find out that you cover like close to 40% of what you're supposed to. And these are biology. Okay. Angiosperm and gymnosperm belongs to the class. Is it the Schizophyta, or is it the Spermatophyta, or is it the Pteridophyta or Bryophyta? I hope you all know this one. Angiosperm and gymnosperm are seed-producing vascular plants and therefore belong to the class Spermatophyta, or you call them the spermatophytes. They have well-developed roots, stems, leaves. The seeds contain the embryo. So option B is the right answer. Schizophytes are primitive plants that are reproduced by fission, whereas pteridophytes and bryophytes show alternation to generation. That is sporophytes and gametophytes. Now the leech and the earthworm belong to the Take no common probe. Please put yourself on mute. The leech and earthworm belong to the dash A, mollusks, B, the crustaceans, C, the arachnids, and D, the annelids. The earthworm and the leech. Where do they belong to? The leech and earthworm are segmented worms with long cylindrical bodies. They have true body cavity. Each segment of their body have the same organs. They also reproduce sexually. Therefore, they belong to the phylum Annelida. So earthworm belongs to Annelida. Mollusks have soft unsegmented body with a muscular foot which may be adapted for crawling or burrowing or swimming. Example of mollusks is snail, take note. These are all under classification of living things. The crustaceans are aquatic living animals. They have chitinous exoskeleton and belong to the phylum Arthropoda. For example, is shrimp. The arachnids include spiders, scorpion, mites, ticks. They also belong to phylum Arthropoda. Okay, let's move forward. So that's it about classification of living things, problems from there. Okay, we've looked at a lot. We started from respiration. And like I said, I had another class before this class. So when I started it, I thought I was in biology. I didn't know I was still on the link to the former class. So I've gone far before I started asking in the group, and somebody told me that the Zoom is saying that I'm on another host. The host is on another meeting. That's when I knew that I was not actually on the right link. So sorry for that. So, but let's quickly run this down, what I've done before. An increase in air pressure in the lungs is due to what? Is it due to the increase in volume of thoracic cavity? Due to the upward movement of the ribs? Due to relaxation of the diaphragm, or due to contraction of intercostal muscle? Answer. Increase in air pressure in the lungs occur during exhalation, so as to force air out of the lungs. Now, during the exhalation, what happens is that the thoracic cavity decreases in volume. That's number one. The diaphragm relaxes and assumes the dome shape. Number two, and the intercostal muscle relaxes. So option C is the answer because it is the only option associated with the exhalation where you have the diaphragm relaxed. So relaxation of the diaphragm happens during exhalation, and that is why there is increase in pressure in the lungs. Okay, let's move forward. Now, which of the following uses diffusion as the principal method of gaseous exchange? Is it lizard, grasshopper, rabbit, earthworm? Now, answer. In more advanced worms like earthworm, gaseous exchange occur by diffusion over their most body surfaces. This is possible because their cylindrical shape gives a high surface area to volume ratio. The cells in their body surface, the epidermis, have rich supply of blood capillaries. So that makes option D the answer. Earthworm is actually where that happens. Now, grasshopper makes use of what we call tracheal system, while lizard and rabbit make use of lungs as their gas exchange organ. But earthworm make use of the body surface via diffusion, and that's why earthworm is the right answer for this. Okay, let's go to the next. Circulatory system. I've already done this. I have to do it again because I made a mistake. I didn't join the right. Okay, let's move forward. Unicellular organisms transport essential nutrients directly to all parts of the body by the process of diffusion. Because of what? Whenever you hear diffusion, know that diffusion is made possible because of large surface area to volume ratio. So we have option A, large volume ratio to surface area. That's not the answer. Large surface area to volume ratio. That's the answer. And that is why unicellular organisms easily use diffusion. Their body is immersed in nutrients, no. The outer membrane is made of the cell, no. So answer, unicellular organisms like amoeba carry out material exchange through their external body surface by diffusion. This is possible and efficient because they have large surface area to volume ratio. Option B, that's the answer. The ability of unicellular organisms to exchange materials in a given time is related to the surface area. The larger the surface area, the greater the ability to exchange materials. Okay, let's move forward. The heart of an adult frog consists of 2 auricles and 2 ventricles, 1 auricle and 1 ventricle, 2 ventricle and 1 auricle. one ventricle and two auricles? Answer: in an amphibian such as frog, the atrium of the heart has a partition dividing it completely into the left chamber and right chamber. However, there is no opening connecting the two sides. The ventricle, however, has no partition. Therefore, an adult frog consists of one ventricle and two auricles, and they undergo double circulation. One ventricle, two auricles. Option D, right answer. Okay. Let's move forward. Circulatory, let's talk about reproductive system. Reproductive system. Okay, the reproductive system of male mammal is made up of what and what? Is it claspers, prostate glands, sperm duct, and vas deferens? Is it testes, prostate glands, sperm duct, and vas deferens? Is it oviduct, urethra, testis, and sperm duct, or is it testis, uterus, prostate gland, and sperm? Once you see here, uterus is for female, so it cannot be this. Oviduct is for female, it cannot be this. They are asking about male mammal, so it's testis, prostate gland, sperm duct, and vas deferens. That is the answer. So you can also see in the explanation, the reproductive system in mammals are very similar. Some parts of the system are seen externally. Those are the external genitals. The male reproductive system in mammals is made of testes, the seminiferous tubo, the epidermis, the sperm duct, and the vas deferens. The seminal vesicle, prostate gland, carpal gland, and urethra. This is not the other one, uterus or urethra. This is urethra. That is the duct that transports both semen and urine. Take note, urethra. The female reproductive system in man is made up of ovary, fallopian tube, ovidule, uterus, ovum, cervix, vagina, and clitoris. See, in this same question, our answer explanation is trying to explain everything that is possible for you to have in reproductive system. So by me looking at one question like this, you can be able to get to know a whole lot. Now, the claspers is a male reproductive organ, but not for mammal. It is found in some cartilaginous species. Let's move forward. In the mammalian male reproductive system, the part that serves as the passage for both urine and semen. Once you hear both urine and semen, know that it's a urethra. So firstly, the urethra and the bladder is not a reproductive organ. They are both part of the excretory organ. So this other urethra and bladder, they are for excretion. But when you talk about urethra, this urethra is the entrance or part in the mammalian that functions as both reproductive and excretory. It allows the passage of both the sperm and urine. Okay. So please, after this class, you can go through this. The platform is educateafricans.com. Quickly go through them so that you can get to see all these. My time is running out, so after this, I'm going to stop. In which of the following group of organisms is the mammalian tubo found? In lizards, snakes, frogs, or big crickets, houseflies, and grasshoppers, millipedes, centipedes, and scorpions? H1, round one, flat one. So mammalian tubo is the excretory organ of insects. So check the collection of insects. You're going to find out it's option B, cricket, houseflies, and grasshoppers. They are found between the midgut and the rectum. It is responsible for the removal of nitrogenous waste products such as urine, uric acid from insects. Note, crickets, housefly, and grasshopper belong to the class Insecta. Therefore, their excretory organ is the mammalian tubo. H1 is platform is plain. So we already did this under our excretory system. Nephridia in H1 form what is the reproductive system of excretory? That's what the nephridia is. The segment has a pair. Each nephridium is surrounded by capillary. So the waste products of the capillary surrounding the nephridia, the long tubo of the long to the outside. Okay, this is where we're going to stop. And like I said, please go through this. Once you get to Educate Africa, click on biology, scroll down immediately, click on this biology roundup. You're going to see all these past questions. Their explanations are superb. Once you go through the explanation, you learn a would as you're going, I hope you guys are preparing to print out do your print to note where you're writing your JAMB. Oluwase, how are you doing?
Fine, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, sorry I joined. I don't know. I messed up. I don't know. Clara, are you there?
So, yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening, sir.
Good. Blessing. Okay, Shola, how are you doing?
Fine, sir.
Blessing. Talk loud. How are you doing?
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay, Johnson or Joe, how are you doing? Johnson, are you there? You're on mute. If you want to talk, you have to unmute yourself. When you're supposed to be on mute, you're not be on mute. Now I'm asking you a question. Okay, so please let's go through this and sort it out. You see, all the systems, we covered all the systems here. And what we covered in all the systems are most likely questions in your JAMB. So once you go through all of them and you're good with them, then you be rest assured that you do well for your biology. Okay, so I'm going to be signing off now. Thank you. See you when I see you. God bless you.